Hello, greetings. Sorry, excuse me. This is me, Zahra again, and not feeling well. It's hitting me, and yet I've, wanted to talk because there was a blasphemy case. A pastor has been taken in Pakistan, Quetta, I think. I was listening to Arif Ajagia's video. Little bit I could listen, and then I couldn't listen anymore. So that's why the last time I uploaded that video was because of the pastor. And this audio video is also not going to be good. But I just want to say I've found something which I had read years back in Karachi from a Shia alim, Allama Mutahari. So you see, thank God I found Jiddu Krishnamurti. As Jiddu Krishnamurti also was saying that, religion, and then we have the mischief, the worship, the mischief, the worship, the mischief, the rituals, the mischief, and all this. So I can't explain it properly. So I was so shocked when I read this, and again I've read it. I went back to search for it, and I've shared it on my profile, Facebook profile. You can, or I'll just, sorry, this was my background. I'm on my Facebook profile here. So I've written, it was a great shock for me when I read this in Karachi online. Allama Mutahari's on distortions on Ashura. So who has been responsible for it in the past? Usually in such cases, the ulama blame the people, and the people put the blame on the ulama. The ulama say that the guilt lies with the people and their ignorance. So this is about the azadari and majlis and, masahib, making people, the zakirs, making people cry a lot, distorting, exaggerating in majlises during Muharram and all this. So I continue. They are so ignorant, ill-informed, and unworthy that they deserve to be fed with such nonsense. They do not deserve to know the truth and the facts, meaning us Shias. Because you see, the moment the Zakir doesn't properly do, we say he doesn't do justice to Karbala and all this Ashura and Sham-e-Ghariban. And then, because he doesn't put that sad thing in it, that how terrible it was, how terrible. I heard it from the marhum Ayatollah Sadr. May God alleviate his station. That Taj Neshaburi would say absurd things from the mimbar. Someone objected to him saying, "What are these things that you say? You receive such big audiences. Why don't you say some sensible things?" He replied that the people did not deserve it, meaning us Shias. Then he produced, so to speak, a proof to substantiate his assertion. So this is from Allama Mutahari's fourth now. This is a book, Ashura, Popular Distortions, and going in, I keep forgetting the title. Sorry, so what is it called? Contents, let me see. Third sermon, Ashura, Misrepresentations and Distortions. fourth sermon, Ashura, popular distortions and our responsibility. So there's a lot written here about, even about, about Ibn Ziyad and Saad, Umar Saad, that there are some people who have, Shias who lie about Umar Saad, and Ibn Ziyad giving I think Umar Saad money or camels, 50 camels or so, or some land, something like this. Right now, this is all I could read. Let me see. I'm going to put my glasses on. So this is me like this, really deceived, absent-minded, and all, unprepared, and rough and tough. So the textual corruption, and he talks about this, all this. So let me, and even Imam Zain al-Abidin, the Bimar, he said that he was not Bimar, and I was like, then why didn't he go for war if he's not Bimar, if he's not ill, if he wasn't ill in Karbala? So we don't know, but he survived 40 years after Karbala. So I'll have to read this again. You can read it, and if I made any mistakes, sorry, I stand corrected on this if I've made any mistakes. So I'm trying to get the main point here is that, excuse me. Yeah, so here, I think he wasn't that chronically ill or something. Anyhow, I really couldn't go through this again. It was too much for me. So somehow, because of my own problems, I have this psychopathic outburst, anger and all. So one psychopath scared of another psychopath, or recognizing, I mean, how can that be? I was just questioning myself. So just going out of the subject right now, just personal stuff sharing with you. But I guess I have to, because I've lived with psychopaths. And so become one myself. In anger, I can abuse, and you know how terrible I can get. So I still have my sickness. Abid Bimar. So here, like Gulzar Elia was saying, maybe Gulzar Elia has read this, I don't know. But he apologized. Apart from this, look at this, apart from this instance of his illness, see if you can find any other reference stating that Imam Zain al-Abidin was sick. But we have pictured Imam Zain al-Abidin as someone chronically ill, pale-faced, suffering from fever, like I am right now. And there's someone now. I think the fever has gone, just kidding. And as someone bent with weakness and always carrying a walking stick, as someone who moans as he walks, like me. The same distortion and lie about Imam's figure has led some people to continually groan and moan and make themselves appear as chronically sick, so that people may revere them for that and say, look at him. He is just like Imam Zain al-Abidin, the Bimar. Like my father used to come in my room and say, you know, you are Zain al-Abidin, Bimar. What is this? In the dark room, sitting in the dark room. This is the Sham-e Ghariban and all this. Yes, people, even Shias use this. I've become Imam Zain al-Abidin. And so people, no, I don't want people to revere me for my sickness. But this is what Allama Mutahari has said here. Different from Imam Hussain or Imam Baqir in respect of physical health and constitution. This is distortion. Imam Zain al-Abidin was not any different from Imam Hussain or Imam Bakr. Oh God. Anyhow, I really don't know what it. So when I read it, I was quite shocked, and I still followed my heart. Did not know how can. Karbala was Karbala. My father was saying there was an alim who used to cry, a Sayyid, and he just spent his life crying for Imam Hussain, and that was enough for him. That was his life. Anyhow, so about Ibn Ziyad and Umar bin Saad, right? Can you blame? So the Shias misquote that they were given lots of camel. Ibn Ziyad, or I don't know, something. I can't find it here right now. Oh, I wish I could. Just a minute, please. Okay, here it is on my profile. I didn't see it. I've shared it. Someone may be a great scholar. So just reading out again from the fourth sermon. Ashura, popular distortions. Okay, and ... Someone someone may be a great scholar in a certain field, such as Mullah Hussein Kashifi, who was a very learned religious scholar, but his Radat al-Shahada is replete with lies. No one has been spared of his lies. Even Ibn Ziyad and Umar ibn Saad are victims of his lies. He has written that Ibn Ziyad gave 50 camel loads, kharwar, of gold to Umar ibn Saad, so as to make him go to Karbala to do what he did. Okay, so my voice is going to fade away because I'm feeling weakness again. I just played a game on the computer and feeling sick again. So sorry about that, but I will continue struggle. Anyone who hears such a story might think that if such is the case, one cannot put much blame on Umar ibn Saad. There are many who would do such a thing if given 50 camel loads of gold. So, I'm not. I have read somewhere that Rasulullah used to give camels and all to those who would become Muslims. I read in Allama Majlisi, Hayat al-Qulub, I think. Not sure, but I'm not going there. Sorry. So this, and like in Surah Fat, he's right, because the lot of spoils of war are promised to you. You see, so this I'm very, very scared of this psychopath. So I'm scared of psychopaths, even myself, when it comes. So you see here about the Bedouins and all this, and then later on against the Bedouins who didn't go with Prophet Muhammad to protect him and all, and then we come to verse 19 of Surah Fat and 20. And much war booty which they will take, and ever is Allah exalted in might and wise. Allah has promised you believers abundant spoils. Verse 20, sorry. Allah has promised you believers abundant spoils, which you will gain. So He hastened this truce for you. And He has held people's hands. I can't, since I've got this insight into Him, that He is a false prophet. He lied. And my Shias, we Shias have become stupid. Right? How stupid can we be? Doesn't Lama Mutari say here? These are some He replied, the people did not deserve it. Then he produced, so to speak, a proof to substantiate his assertion. The ulama say that the guilt lies with people and their ignorance. And we used to say, एक आंसू इमाम हुसैन के गिरे तो वो कितना कीमती है, and this and that. And now we turned out to be stupid people. Stupid Shias. I'm not saying this. In other words, I'm just saying what Allama Mutahari has written. You can check his book online. So there's more. I'm not going to. So I also got very scared that, I'm revealing things, inferring, bringing the hadith that he didn't go for the Hajj, that he sent Abu Bakr for, and all this. But now I've reached so far that every other ayat seems like nonsensical and like that, right? So it became too much for me to take, very heavy, and infer, but very, very, you see here, so just to touch ground, base, touch the ground, Surah Nur ayat, like it is written in such a way that one could say whether someone agrees to it or not. See, even this they won't agree, that there's nothing wrong in this. But do not compel your maids to prostitution if they wish to observe chastity. Then they will give you, even the Shias will give you other verses that all this. I've explained this just to touch ground. See, it's not put properly. Because then if they do not wish to observe chastity, meaning you can prostitute the maid, captives or servants or slave girls. This, and they fail to give me a proper, they fail to defend the Prophet in this Quran. Surah Azab verse, he made Zaid touch base. And how can such a lofty Prophet? No, it is not the Shias who are stupid. I would go far and say that, very near someone who made us, I don't know how to say this, like it's not the Shias who are ignorant, stupid, but our hadiths that Prophet Muhammad cried when Imam Hussein was born and took him. Let me show you. And my heat and then that one. So before going to Surah Tahrim, I wanted to take you there. What a lofty Prophet, that he's pleasing his wives, and our ulamas are saying that he's better than Allah. No, in other words, like, he's seeking to please his wife, so so Allah was like, why are you seeking to please your wives and you have forbidden yourself what I have allowed you? So what do the Shia say? So I'm kind of tired, I think. The Shia say, they give the reason that, the Prophet, the wives were annoying him. Is he such a meek person? When it came to fighting, and he got the armies together, and he got his Muslim army together, and so much power he had. And then we are told even the angels and the righteous among the believers will help him, and all this, right? And Gabriel. So why did he have to please his wives. See, the Shias, even the Shias have had a blind spot. Or maybe they are scared of the psychopath, Muhammad, the messenger, the false, self-proclaimed messenger of Allah. You see? So please get out of this. Then Allama Mutahari and some. Thank God, this goes in my favor. But we are not stupid. The stupid person who made us stupid, Shias, is this Muhammad and his evil progeny. I'm so scared. I was really scared. These, and they wouldn't stop. Like this evil race goes on. That there's one God, and no other religion is better. This religion has bulldozed other religions. Someone I found out through YouTube saying it like this, so I'm just copying. So, like it is said in the ayat that this religion will prevail over all other religions. This crazy nonsense should stop. And they're still killing people on blasphemy in Pakistan. And the Western world should get up and protect the pastor. He's a Christian. He doesn't have to respect Prophet Muhammad. But he may not have even done blasphemy. So, if you push the person to no end, like we used to say, these Muslims of Pakistan, they've looted, finished their own country, ruined. So, khatam kar diya, finished their own country, Muslims. So there's a hadith of Prophet Hussein is from me, and I'm from Hussein, and he was crying. Gabriel has come to me and told me. So actually Prophet Muhammad is stupid. So don't put the blame on the Shias. And we would even take it from our ulamas that yes, mujhe nahi samjhao. There's even a Noha. We are crazy after Imam Hussain. We are ashiqs of Imam Hussain. We are Abdul Hussains. We are the slaves of Hussain. And so all this. So no. You see, and when the birth of Imam Hussain, just search, Google search. So some of the things, sorry, I have given you some homework to do yourselves to Google search, because I was trying to press, it's not working. I think my hands are now the blood circulation or some problem. So Imam Hussein's birth, what Rasulullah, he cried. And Bibi Fatima Zahra was like, will someone cry for my son when he makes this great sacrifice? And so Gabriel has informed me that yes, there will be these people, Shias, who will cry for Imam Hussain, and they will not cease crying. Like every year they will, all this, right? So who cares what Allama Mutahari has said and the distortions and this and that? This is how stupid they've made us. And this prophet was a psychopath. Now you will ask, you yourself are a psychopath, because you've seen me getting angry and abusing and all this. But I'm not I don't claim to be a prophet of Allah, falsely deceiving people. And I didn't kill Bani Qurayza, Jews and all this. So, and even if I think I'm Radha Rani and that's something, and I have my schizophrenia is there. But please don't hold that against me. I'm scared of psychopaths. Although, even though, yeah, when I get angry, the energy, I can't take it anymore. So I can't take, if I'm a psychopath, I've had enough of my madness, and I really cannot take another person's madness anymore. And especially this false prophet's madness. And so many people being, they're suffering because of this religion in Pakistan also and elsewhere, and can't even say that this is a false religion. But where did I read? Which ayat was it? If you defame this, you abuse. Oh, look who's talking. If you abuse this, if they abuse this religion, faith. Okay, now I cannot find it where it was, where I had found this, right? If you abuse this religion, which surah it was. So people scared of even critical appreciation or, analyzing, questioning this religion. 41, Surah Fusilat, I think I read. But here I've given another, but if they break their pledges after making them and attack your faith. This is Surah, okay, there are two. I'm but if they, now I'm reading Surah Tawbah. I did this, may have confused you in my previous audio. On my profile I've shared Surah Tawbah verse 12. If they break their pledges after making them and attack your faith, make war on the leaders of unbelief, that they may desist. For they have no regard for the pledged words. And Surah Fusilat, Ayat 42, it cannot be proven false from any angle. It is a revelation from the one who is all-wise, praiseworthy. So I've explained this, that he has taken that one God who everyone who is, at least believes in, or doesn't believe in, but those are atheists. So even the non-Muslims believe in a God, one God. And the polytheist also. So, if you attack this religion or if you abuse it, now he's saying these people have, after verse 42, let me see. Yeah, here it is, verse 40. It's not after, it's before. So it's verse 40. Indeed, those who abuse our revelations are not hidden from us. Who is better, the one who will be cast into the fire, or the one who will be secure on Judgment Day? Do whatever you want. He is certainly all seeing what you do. So these poor people who, it's like he's not put it that they are abusing these verses. If you ask him a question, he doesn't reply properly. He says, don't dispute with him what he saw. Now he's the only one who saw in Surah Najm, we are told. Then he says about their gods and angels, you have what kind of a distribution, unequal, daughters to gods and angel daughters. Now they believe in angels, the polytheists. Yes, and even idols. And they've made the angel idols, and it's a mumble jumble and really confused and made us quite psychotic, neurotic, schizophrenic. No, not schizophrenic, like a deluded. It's unclear. It's not clear. What would I say? It's not very clear, these ayats. Indeed, those who deny the reminder after it has come to them are doomed. So I remember a book I read, saying that this Prophet Muhammad, I'm not going to name the author, long time ago actually, in 1984, 85. So I'm not going to name the author. He said that Muhammad's religion is a doomed religion. A doomed religion. You see? So here, indeed those who deny the reminder after it has come to them are doomed. For it is truly a mighty book. This is verse 41 of Surah Fussilat, 41 Surah of the chapter. So you see, you go back and see why. Even Allama Mutahari has written distortions. So what is the solution for this? May we find a solution, but before I get to the solution, we have to see first, do you see all this? Go for the secular, go for the scientific world, or whatever may be resonating with you, but don't go for this religion. You see what has happened? That we are doomed. The Shias even, Allama Mutahari, I seek the refuge of Allah from the accursed Satan. So for their breaking their compact, we cursed them and made their hearts hard. They would pervert the words from their meanings. And they forgot a portion of what they were reminded of. So he quotes from the Quran, verse 13, Surah Maida 5. So here I'm reading Allama Mutahari's written words about the Shias. We stated earlier that the history of an event of such greatness as Karbala has been subject to distortion at our hands, both in respect of its external details as well as its meaning. We are gone cases. Doomed. It's a doomed religion. By distortion of whatever form we mean the accretions that we have piled up on the corpus of its history, which have obscured its bright and luminous, sorry I don't agree to this, visage, and disfigured. No, this is what Muhammad himself, अपना घर ही जलाना, दूसरों का घर तो जलाया, और फिर हमें कहते हैं कि करबला में खेमे जलाए बीबियों के। नहीं, इस मोहम्मद ने जो आग लगाई थी, पूछे मत, जंगे बदर में पानी बंद कर दिया, ये कर दिया. So this Muhammad himself, he put the fire of all this. He has doomed us. He has made us light a fire of this kind of distortion, hell. We'll be in hell. If we don't raise our voices against this distortion, the ayat, the Quran ayat is there, he has given. Breaking the compact. We cursed, doomed. Just reading a part of this ayat, 13, from Surah 5. Allama Mutahari has written. So please. Sorry, this is not going to little bit it. See, it is a doomed religion. You see, even as Shias. So please get out of this doomed religion. I know it's going to be very, very painful. You'd want to die, jump out of your skin, or wish you never had known this kind of a religion before. Because, you go back to those dirges, nohas, the azadari and all this. The blood you gave in Muharram and all that. What a miracle. So, but it was your passion, your love that made this miracle possible. Not Karbala, not Imam Hussein's sacrifice. Your own passion, your own love for it. And then I guess, love yourself, be good to yourself, and no one else will. And take care of yourself. And don't be a martyr. But just don't be, or being, just being nothingness. And that I'm trying to find a solution. But to force a solution is not a good problem. It's not a good solution, sorry. To force a solution is not a good thing to do. But aborting this is very good. Although I don't agree to abortions, abortion is a negative solution to a problem. But this is a very positive abortion. We should abort Islam completely. Thank you so much. And I don't know what to say. I have no words. What support? I hope you are getting all the support and love. As ex-Muslims leaving Shia Islam and Sunni Islam and Islam altogether. I wish you all the best, and for your pain, I hope you find some remedy here, because it is taken. It's like termite. I have words are not coming. Sorry, proper words, but it's very, very severe, very painful. How we have been. That Imam Hussein also. That Imam Sajjad also. That Bibi Zainab also. And thereafter the Imams also. Very, very stubborn. That one God, and our grandfather was the true upholder. He was the messenger of Allah. Imam Ali saying lies, defending Prophet Muhammad. My goodness. This is outrageous. And then people being killed because they would say something against this prophet. He was a warlord. He was a psychopath. Think of those slave girls. My goodness, captives. So, and then the betrayal, people following him. So right now I have a blank, and I think if I throw up, he's a psychopath, Muhammad, and his religion is false.